Sorry about that, y'all. Lumper came by. So, an example, let me give you an example of a load. So the load I took up to Sparks, Nevada, I think I told you, that load, they sent me with that load for a day and a half. Oh, you're going to get up there by this time? Okay, we can get up there by this time. What they weren't telling me was that load was supposed to be there a week ago. When I got up there to the customer, the gentleman came out, he's like, we've been waiting for this load for almost 2 weeks. This is all going on the second week. I'm like, excuse me? And I was doing a favor for the dry van division. So that then told me the loads were late. And then one of the guys that I met, I had to do like 3 or 4 swaps to do my reset. That gentleman also told me, and he was a contractor, he said the thing that bothered him most about this company was that all of their freight was late, okay, that he was dealing with. So you're getting miles because most of the loads they're dealing with are late. That to me is bad planning and bad booking of loads, okay? And then what you're going to try to do is pressure the driver on the end. So then you're wondering why your CSA score is up, why you got drivers with speeding tickets running up on. They had one driver, I guess he got they got a ticket for driving too close, and you have it because these drivers aren't standing against the fact. My driver manager's calling, bugging me about, hey, customer service telling me customers calling, we need to get the load there. Well, that's because the load was supposed to be there 4 days ago. This load that I'm on, I actually, they booked me out of Enid, and I forgot who it was who just said Enid. I forgot. I saw the thing about Enid, Oklahoma. Yeah, ain't nothing there, man. But yeah, ain't nothing there. It ain't much in Enid. But Enid, Oklahoma is in the middle of nowhere. In Enid, I was supposed to be there at 9 in the morning. They closed the facility where you could park on the facility at 6 o'clock. I didn't get there till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. My appointment was at 9 in the morning next day. So that means I have to pre-trip. My pre-trips are usually about 22 minutes. So I pre-trip my truck, 22 minutes, go right around the corner. And I tried to put it as close as possible because they told me I had another load that was picking up at 6 o'clock at night. So follow me closely. I got to get unloaded in Enid. 22 minutes. Just make it around 30. Go up around the corner. And then I got to wait for them to get me in the dock door. I got to check in, do all that. So that right there is about an hour, maybe 2. So by the time they got done unloading me, we're talking 3 to 4 hours of my day had been wasted. Now I've got to trek down from Enid to Tulsa. High winds because they got like a snow ice storm coming in. High winds. You see the other video. Carl G, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it got down to where there was ice on the ground. I'm at this place called Bama Foods. I get that load. I get there at 5 o'clock. So I have to go get the trailer washed out. Anytime you're doing reefer, you need to wash out after every load. I had to get the trailer washed out, so I got a locator. I did all that. I got into Tulsa, got the trailer washed out, got to the customer an hour early. I got there at 5, okay? Information on the load was missing. They didn't have the number that the shipper needed in order to load my truck. The shipper looked it up by information. He said, I need you to give it to me. I have to come back out here, send a message, then call. Finally, I just got my driver manager just before she walks out the door. She's like, I'm looking. Customer service left a number off. So there's some checks and balances that aren't in place. And this, again, it's a small company. They're trying to grow. You have to have a lot of patience. But I also am a person, you're not going to talk to me crazy. I've come to a conclusion in trucking that the treatment of truckers is just horrid. So you wonder why people don't want to come in this industry. You don't treat me like I'm human. Why would I want to come be treated like I'm a dog? And so some truckers, they carry themselves that way. Truck is nasty. They stank. You know, the truck stank. It's not clean. It's filthy. It smells like piss. It smells like crap. They don't clean up the truck. There's paper and shit everywhere. Like right now, my sheet over here, I got it half organized. I still got them. But this is my throat, my junk area, and then I fix it at night. I fix it in the morning. This is like my adjustment area. You have to evaluate these companies based on trucking. So to Larry, no, it's not. I'm unhappy. There are things I'm not pleased about. There are things I'm pleased about. I'm middle of the road. They did a survey with me, and he asked me, the first thing he asked me was about the pay. I told him middle to the road to an F. The reason I told him that is, you guys told me I was going to make, and I just said what I make, 50 cents a mile, for example. When I get into your orientation, you now tell me you're doing per diem, and you're going to take 10 cents a mile off. So I'm only making 40 cents a mile. So in essence, I'm making less money than I made at the last company. The difference is, yeah, I get more miles here, so I'm making more money. But I'm making less per mile take home than what you promised or what you said. That's that slick willy shit in trucking I don't like. I'm just going to keep it real. You let me decide if I want to do per diem. And then for you to be bold enough to get on the phone and tell me you know that the reason that most trucking companies did per diem based on our meal expenses. And it was offered in a decent company as you could or couldn't. Some companies were bold enough even to charge your ass a fee to manage your per diem. I didn't ask you to manage crap. I don't even want per diem. He then tells me, oh, we know that the meal credit, but we're still doing the per diem, and you can just write that off as an expense. Why in the hell are you doing that? Right there is a big knot in my gut with this company. It doesn't sit good with me. I shared that with my headhunter. I shared with her what per diem was. And exactly, because she didn't understand it, because I don't think the company we were at, I can't even remember if they even offered that crap back then. I think Pride offered it. Swift offered where you could opt in or out of it. Werner forced it. And it's to me, it's a very slick willy tactic. So let me give you an example of trucking. Werner right now in their commercials, they brag about being the first ones to do ELDs. Do you guys know why they ended up being the first ones to do ELDs? Werner was running so many illegal miles, meaning their drivers were running over log hours. And they were getting ticketed so much that the electronic logs were forced on them. So that's why they were the first one in the industry to get it, because they weren't doing the right thing in the first place. That's why, okay? So that's why they ended up on electronic logs. So I actually saw electronic logs back when I first started out. Everything happens for a reason. Regardless of the reason it happened, is a good thing. I don't have a problem with electronic logs, with the exception they got rid of creep mode. And the personal conveyance sucks, because personal conveyance, you really hardly can use it. You can't use personal conveyance. It's got some foul stuff going on. My biggest thing with the fleet I'm under is micromanagement. I don't like micromanagement. Don't call my effing phone every day. Don't call me during sleep or birth. I don't think you should be bugging any driver during sleep or birth, because you're messing with hours. If you break their sleep, they're going to be tired, and you put a tired driver on the road. That's what you're doing. One of the problems with my last company was my truck would cut off and my CPAP would stop. So here I am not being on my CPAP therapeutic and still driving. That's not a good thing. And when I talk to you about it, all you're going to do is try to put me in another truck instead of remove the idle policy that's causing. So this truck, when the battery gets low, it automatically starts the truck up to idle the truck, so my battery doesn't drain, and all my electrical stuff still works. So pluses, all the creature comforts in the truck I love. The fact it's a new truck I love. The fact the trailers are new I like. The fact that when I go go into the terminal, the first thing they do is something that Conway did. They check my truck from back to front. The truck, the tractor, everything is checked. Okay, it's not. For example, when I was with Swift, all they did was check the trailer. They give a flying flip. They might look at the tires on the truck, but Swift didn't give a damn about what was under the hood. If I discovered it, cool. But they weren't checking. They didn't care. They cared about, they looked at the brakes, they looked at the airlines, they looked at the trailer tires. That's all they cared about, because their focus is their freight. They care damn about what I'm driving. It's up to me to keep this, to pre-trip the truck and tell them if something is wrong. Don't care. Okay, don't care. Whereas this company, they actually check the entirety of this truck. Okay, and I like that. I think that is, even though this is a new truck, every step is checked. They open my hood, they look at all my fluids, they look at everything. They have me do the brakes test, they do everything. Even though this truck is new, they step by step handle all their stuff. The other thing that I don't like is talking to you crazy. So you talk to me crazy, I don't give a damn. I talk right back to you crazy. I had to do that this morning with this customer service rep. I didn't know who he was. So where I'm at right now today, this load was supposed to deliver yesterday in the morning, or day before in the morning. Well, they didn't give me the load till late. If you give me the load late, this is what Bill said. He said, if they give you the load late, it's going to get late. He said, I learned that a long time ago. He said, these companies, he said, I guess when he was at Celadon, he said, they used to do the same shit you going through right now. He said, I make good money off of them. He said, you stand your ground. You be safe. Don't fall for the BS. So, I verbalized that to my driver manager. This is what's going to happen. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to fight. It's not a tug of war. You getting ready to find out who Shannon is. And you're going to find out what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. And if that doesn't work for you, drive your truck to your lot. Take my shit off your truck. We can go. You can get somebody else to do this. Oh, you got to shortage your drivers. And my record is clean. It's clean for a reason, which I've explained to her. There's stuff I just won't do. And y'all are doing stuff, and that's, I really believe that's why their CSA score is low and why these drivers are busting their ass, because they are making money. If you come here, you'll make money. But you better know who the hell you are, because these people will have you hemmed up if you don't know who you are. And because at least for this group I'm under, child, please. I put my driver manager on phone block. That's what I had to do. My phone blowing up. Only time I really want to talk to you is if I need something. We don't really need to talk. We can talk to this Qualcomm. And I'm getting back to that philosophy with these people. And I try to be friendly. But if you, like I told her, if I get frustrated, irritated, it's going to be on. Same with when I had Becca in my other company. I still like Becca to this day. I have no issues with Becca. Becca was cool. That's who I would like to bring over as a driver manager. She was good. But I ain't about a whole bunch of craziness. I'm not. And I told her I'm not a JIT driver. I'm not a just-in-time driver. I won't wreck your driver. Because I'm going to drive conditions, load, road. And I don't drive crazy. I'm not riding up on people's behind. I'm not going fast in ice and snow. I'm not, you can tell me, oh, go right now. I'm going to stop and go to the bathroom. I'm going to get out, stretch my legs. I'm going to think. I'm going to, no. No, we don't. Anyway, guys, so my 30-day review in a nutshell. Don't like the per diem. Like the fact you get miles. Don't like the fact that they're mismanaged on their planning and that they book so many late loads. And then try to harass you about trying to get the late load somewhere. Don't like if you talk to me crazy. Not so much my fleet manager, but some of the customer service people. And I guess don't like harassment. Don't like micromanagement. No. Like the equipment. Like the maintenance of the equipment. Office staff seems to be cool. They need to work on their load planning. Big time. And their safety department needs to go in and needs to see how they operate in planning, in customer service, and in dispatch. They also need to go back and look at the messages and how they try to press drivers to do stuff or to underhandedly insinuate stuff. So when you're out here, guys, that dispatch, them planners, those customer service people, and that's the other thing, they've been calling them. I never had customer service call my phone. Never. Not except for a breakdown for any company. Or to send me direct. No. I will check your ass in a minute. And I had to check one today. You're going to tell me, well, that's why I told you to get there at 8 o'clock. The appointment's at 10:30. I've called these people. They are appointment only. I'm not going to get here at 8 o'clock in the morning and sit till 10:30. I was 6 minutes up the road. I got here at 10 o'clock and checked in. Yes, I did. And the reason this is like this is because you, sir, are passing out late loads. If you pass out on time loads, then your shit might get there on time. For now, checkmate. Don't come up here talking to me crazy. That's kind of what you have to deal with. And I just, as a truck driver, I've gotten to a point you're not, granted, yeah, my background's corporate. Yes, I have some management background. But you're not going to sit and talk to me crazy. I'm getting too old for it. And I guess the days of I remember I drove up, I was in Tennessee. Tell you the story real quick. There was a young driver, and his dispatch manager was talking to him openly on the phone like he was a dog. This was back when I first started out. And I looked at him and I said, brother, you need to go to a different company. You are a human being. She just talked to him like he was the dumbest piece of shit on the planet. And God forgive me for putting it that way. I still remember it to this day. And it set something in my spirit to say never, never. These are some hard-working men and women out here. And you're sitting in a damn office when this man is not home with his family, his friends. He's not chilling. He's busting his ass. He's trying to make a living. He's trying to have an honest life. He's not holding anybody up. He's not robbing them. He's not slinging drugs on the corner. And you're talking to him like he's a piece of shit. The stuff that's in your house, the food you eat, this person brought it to you and you're treating him like, no, hell to the no. You treat me with some dignity and respect. This is why there's another shortage in the industry. But to the point of that one trucker who got there, they left the company, but when they went there, they were told one thing and then a whole nother thing was what was presented. That happens a lot in this industry. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. And that's why I kind of want to end up eventually owning my own crap. I want to own my own truck. I don't want this. This right here is some craziness. And like I said, movement, money, you'll make money. But you better know who you are. Otherwise, these people will have you with tickets and all sorts of stuff that don't make sense. So anyway, guys, be blessed. I'm going to put this up. So I'm middle of the road right now, Larry, as far as the company. I'm not good or bad. There's things that I absolutely abhor. My biggest thing is the micromanagement. My second biggest thing is not understanding the human part of this. My other part that what I like about it, like I said, equipment, because my last company, I was driving reefers that had duct tape and packaging tape holding up the reefer unit, bungee cords. You should have seen some of the. It was horrid. And that's just the reefer unit. I'm not even going to the brakes. Let's go there. The number of trailers I picked up reefer where the brakes had eaten through the drums. I got pictures of stuff, and I can't put it up because it has a company logos and stuff on it. It was bad. I was sending messages to my driver before I'd even hook to a trailer. If the brakes weren't working, I wouldn't drive it. Before I hook, I would take pictures so that she could see I didn't damage it, but this trailer is damaged. There was so much stuff that was just literally, in my humble opinion, it was just effing done. It was done. Anyway, they should have retired it, or they needed to get in there and revamp it. There were trailers I was picking up that had been red tagged so much, they were just like, why? You could braid wires as long as probably the trailer down the side where it was holding red tags. And that told you there were massive problems with these trailers. Yeah, I saw a lot, Larry. I saw a lot. Anyway, I've got another stop. I don't know if they're going to have me do it or if they're going to take the load. I have no idea, but I'm so freaking irritated with these folks right now on this load, because it's almost like harassment. I told them, no, you're not going to. I put them on phone block. I got here. You're not telling me to get there at 8 o'clock and, go and bug the customer. I'm not doing all that. Bugging the customer to put you in the door. You rescheduled 10:30. Had you given me the load when it was had you given the load to somebody within the load set on the company's yard that I picked up from 4:6 to 4:8. I'm getting it after the 0300 in the morning. There's no way I could get it. Then sending me message during sleeper berth. Are you at the customer yet? Can you see your Qualcomm and see I'm in sleeper berth? I just noticed there was a message in the middle of the night when I went to Tinkle. I didn't even respond. I went right back to bunk. That's the kind of stuff that this company needs to. At my ghetto company with the ghetto equipment, my driver manager never interrupted my sleeper berth. Never. Ever. Didn't even call. Didn't call. Nothing. Sleeper berth, never interrupted. Never, never, never. And it's probably because they've been sued so damn much. But they didn't interrupt. She didn't interrupt anything. Anyway, I'm going to put this up. Oh, we got a new host to the 411 channel, DCI Jams. I'm not sure what happened with Jose. I guess he'll get in touch with me. I know the man he's a single dad. And I know he had a lot going on. Plus, he has his own real estate business. So I don't know if he's actually going to be on the channel. Whenever he gets in touch with me, we'll work that out. I'm just praying he's okay. But we got DCI Jams coming to week. He's going to be in the 2nd and 4th week. He's going to be on the weekends on Saturday. DCI Jams, his content's going to be very different. His content is going to be, because he's a new to driving, and he's in a trucking school at a college. So he's in like a junior college going to a trucking training program in Florida. So he's going to give us content on that. I got to get him access. He's already on the 411 channel. I got to get him admin rights, and I also got to get him access to the 411 YouTube channel. Excited to see what happens. He's been talking about coming into this for, I think he's been on my channel for months, and he's been talking about coming into the industry, and he's the one who wants to marry, he's a contractor. He wants to marry his business as a contractor with being a truck driver. So he's going to do his OTR thing probably for 6 months to a year, and then he's going to try to start his own thing with the trucking, depending on how he likes it, because not, like I said, you come into this, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. So he'll give you some background. He does his introductory visit hopefully this Saturday, DC. I hope you can get it done this Saturday. If not, it'll be the 4th Saturday. And introduce who he is, tell his experience, give his background. He's a very logical cat from what I can tell from just watching a few of his Facebook videos. I do watch some of your stuff from time to time. I'm moving so quickly. So, but I'm excited to have him to the channel. This might be a 2-part on here. Anyway, 2 and 2. DCI Jams, welcome to 411. Guys, check us out if you can. I'll put links below. Also, DCI Jams gave me a thing on the Porta John. I'm going to put that link below because it was a really good link on how to make your own Porta John for camping. That can also be used on the truck. And it has to do with the paint bucket. So, yeah, give me, guys, be blessed, 2 and 2. So, Larry, hopefully that gives you, it's not a happy, unhappy. There's shit I'm not happy with, God forgive me. And there's stuff that I like. I like the money I'm making. I like the truck. I like the trailer. I don't like the micromanagement. I don't like the pestering, and I don't like the last-minute loads. That stuff I don't like. But I'm going to try to handle it the way Bill told me to handle it, which is just stand my ground and ignore them. But if it gets to be too much, then, again, you have other options. So, my driving record is exceptionally clean. So, like I said, the only thing I have is the suspensions from either when I wasn't working in the industry and I just didn't get my DOT physical in time, or from when I fractured my ankle. That's it. So that's why I was really shocked at the beef company that used that excuse, but we won't go into that because there's more with that company. But we won't go into that. But it's okay because, like I said, everything happens for a reason. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2. I'm going to be on home time prayerfully next week because I want to make sure that is that because I need to get off this truck. I can tell. That's another thing. You got to get off the truck. Go back and check out the video I did. It was a response video, a trucker named Jay. I was not in the industry at the time. I was sitting in my chair, my brown chair at my old apartment, and go check that out, and I think you'll understand a little bit. It's a game in trucking, and so you'll understand a little bit of that. I'm going to put this one up, and then go from there. Peace.